I remember when I was a kid and you were growing up. I was doing little boy things and you sipped from a teenager's cup. I remember your visions for the future and your nursing plans as well. You always loved helping people. You know, I still can tell. I remember East Bankstown lying on our parents' big bed. I stayed alongside you listening while you carefully read. I remember when a young handsome man arrived to take you out. You always knew the soldier was the one. There was never an ounce of doubt. I remember your old pink Austin A40 and the white Holden Kingswood too. How you loved your family and everyone else's too. Do you remember our neighbours, the Cottrells, the Fullers, the Fisks, the Bunts, the Levitts, the Eggman, who sold fresh eggs despite risks? I remember your place at Birrong, the first place you made your home when you married your wazzer after you left our family home. I remember holding your first child. She took so long to arrive, and the other children who followed, and the babies who didn't survive. I remember your home care jobs and the lovely old friends that you made. You adopted most of your clients, and for that, each of them prayed. I remember your home at Woolloomooloo, when Warren was butchering nearby. I remember the houses at Top Ryde. When you left for the coast, did you cry? I remember the birthdays you created, the cakes, the cooking and family fun, when you made it special for each, husband, brother, daughter and son. I remember when you took our mum in to stay as her life dwindled by, and the love and the care you gave her, sometimes with a tear in your eye. I remember the children's Christmases. Wrapping paper covered the room. You brought out the magic of Christmas. There was never a glimmer of gloom. I remember the barbecues, the parties we had at your place, the golf games in the backyard, and you with a broad smile on your face. I remember the times with my camera you would hide your face and move. We haven't many pictures of you, dear. However, we don't need pictures to prove my sister's the sweetest of any. She never ever forgot my birthday. There was always a card in my mailbox, promptly on the right day. Then they stopped arriving. My mailbox never again saw her hand. I suppose she must have forgotten. Then I began to understand. I remember the various animals, little Bo, Missy the Maltese, cats and birds the children had, and cared for each with ease. I remember the time I stayed with your family. You made me feel so special. You washed and ironed and cleaned like a mother to me. You were special. I remember your house was always immaculate. Not a thing was seen out of place. With 6 kids, you'd say, you need to keep everything clean and in place. I remember my trip to South Africa when I met our father's family, his sisters in Joburg and Durban. We received their letters with glee. I remember my sister with love. I remember the way things used to be. I'll never forget my sweet sister. I hope she'll remember me.